And now the Greek of the week. Kai teda ein adelphe kalumene Mariam. And to this one, now teda is a unusual expression in the New Testament, or unusual use of a word in the New Testament, but it is found in classical Greek, back in the classical authors 300-400 years before and more, the New Testament. It basically is like the article with de on the end, and it tends to mean this. And to this one was a sister being called Mary. So Martha, to this one, to Martha, let me do a quick edit here. There we are. And to this one was a sister being called Mary. Not good English, but it's fine Greek. So basically, this woman, Martha, had a sister named Mary, is what it's saying, who, this is like an ending without a word, a feminine nominative singular ending without a word, but it has a rough breathing mark and an accent. The accent is what distinguishes this. So if it was just hey without the accent, it would be the feminine word for the. But with the accent, it's who, the feminine relative pronoun. So, and to this one was a sister being called Mary, a Kai, who also parakathesthesa, who also having been sitting pros tous podos, at the feet to Jesu of Jesus. Okay, so a little parsing so far. Kalumene, this is kaleo, to call. Present stem, because the letters of the present stem are there. Men are passive participles. So that's where the being comes from. Everything matches feminine. This is feminine nominative singular. This is feminine nominative singular. This is feminine nominative singular. It's called a nominative of appellation because we're calling somebody. I guess we would call it that. Nominative of appellation. Nominative is the subject usually. But anyway, and to this one was a sister being called Mary, who also parakathesthesa. So theta epsilon has me thinking aorist passive. So having been, that's where that comes from. It's a participle. I don't know. Well, I used to say active female participles carry Uzis. So there's kind of an ace. Anyway, that doesn't really, the cliche doesn't work. But I've come to recognize the ace as a kind of aorist passive feminine kind of cartilage in between the ending and the stem. So theta epsilon tells me it's parakathemai, to sit at. It's deponent, but here it seems to be genuinely passive. Again, I could change my mind if I did a little investigation there, but the translation works. Theta epsilon, aorist passive, feminine nominative singular, who also having been sitting at the feet of Jesus, was hearing, akuen. So akuo, acoustics, it has the letters of the present stem, but the alpha has been augmented because it's imperfect. So it's the present stem with an augment is imperfect. A nu with an epsilon in front of it is very often a movable nu, throw it away. So we have epsilon, which is a very common third person singular, past tense, active, indicative ending. So this is imperfect, active, indicative, third singular from akuo. Ton logon autou, the word of him. So, and to this one, that is to Martha, was a sister being called Mary, who also having actually, yeah, this is deponent. It is deponent. Having been sitting is not passive. Okay, so who also having been sitting at the feet of Jesus was hearing the word of him. Okay, so I parsed the form correctly, but it's deponent. It's aorist passive in form, but active in meaning. Who also had been sitting, we might say, at the feet of Jesus, was hearing the word of him. All right, that's our verse for the week.